Hello again. I'm making this video to show you before you look at chart 20-9, which talks about using the word wish. The reason I wanted to make this video is wish has more than one meaning. Chart 20-9 tells you about meaning number 3 here, but it doesn't tell you about meanings number 1 and 2. And they're very different. So, to keep you from getting confused if you see wish used in a different way from the way the book uses it, I thought this would be helpful. Okay, so let's start off with different meanings of wish. In this video, I'm just going to talk about wish as a verb. Wish can also be a noun, which is pretty simple. It means something I want, like going to Paris is John's wish. It's something that he wants. But when it's a verb, it has a few different meanings, and they're very different, and they're used differently. So let's take a look at these. The first meaning is when I use wish plus to and simple form. So here, let me give you a sentence, and then let's talk about what wish means in this sentence. Okay, so I might say, John wishes John wishes to leave the party. Oops, this is getting dry. John wishes to leave the party early. Now, you might look at this sentence, John wishes to leave the party early, and you might think, oh, I wonder, how is that different from John wants to leave the party early? The answer is, when I use wish plus to and simple form, wish and want mean the same thing, okay? So if I say I wish plus to and simple form, it means I want, means the same as want and to and simple form. So I could say John wishes to leave the party early, John wants to leave the party early, means the same thing. Or I might say, I wish to tell you something. It means the same as, I want to tell you something. Or I could say, let me see here. I want to buy a new computer. I wish to buy a new computer. They mean the same. The meaning is the same, but when I use wish this way, it's formal and it's old-fashioned. You won't hear Americans use it very much, but you might run into it. So let me put this here. When I use wish plus to in simple form, it equals want plus to plus simple form, and it is formal, old-fashioned. You won't hear Americans say it very much. Okay? Now, the other time you'll commonly hear wish used as a verb is when you'll see something like wish and person and a noun. The most common time you'll hear this is around Christmas time, when you'll hear people saying, we wish, let me realign this so that we have the words under the words here. I could say, we wish, here's wish, and then a person, you, and then a noun, a Merry Christmas. And so, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, what does that mean? It basically means, I hope that you have this thing, okay? If I say, I wish you a Merry Christmas, it means, I hope that you have a Merry Christmas. So wish plus a person plus a noun means equals I hope you have or will have. Actually, maybe will have would be better. I could use either one, but will have makes it clear that it's future. I hope that you will have this thing. In other words, I hope that you will have a Merry Christmas. Let me give another example, and then we'll go to the last one. So I could say, we wish you a Merry Christmas, or I might say, let's see, everyone wished, here's wish, and then person. I could say the bride and groom. This is a marriage. So wish, then I have a person, the bride and groom, and then I have a noun. And let's say, what do you wish a bride and groom? I might say, everyone wish the bride and groom a long and happy life together. And so, a long and happy life is a noun. So, when I say, everyone wished the bride and groom a long and happy life together, that means everyone hoped the bride and groom would have a long and happy life together. Okay? So it's basically, again, when I say, I wish someone, and a noun, it means I hope this person has this thing. Okay? Oh, so I might say, next week we will have the final. I wish you good luck on the final. And that means I hope you have good luck on the final. Okay, now let's go to the last meaning. I'm going to erase the top ones to get a little bit, actually no, I'm not going to take that. This one is when I use wish and that and subject and verb. Now, let's say this. Here is my wallet. I don't really think that I have $1,000 in my wallet. I never carry that much money, so I haven't looked in my wallet today, but I don't think I have $1,000. But I could say, let me show you. I wish that I had $1,000 in my wallet now. And you might look at that and say, wait a minute. This is weird. Take a minute and think. I wish that I had $1,000 in my wallet now. First question, what time am I talking about? Take a moment and think. Pause if you need to. I wish that I had $1,000 in my wallet now. Okay, I'm going to assume you paused if you needed time. But the important word here is now. So, if you said we're talking about now, you're absolutely right. But you might have noticed that I'm using the past to talk about now. And so, let me just take a moment and think here. I'm trying to think how much I want to tell you in this video and how much I want to tell you in the next one. When I use wish plus that plus subject plus verb, it means I want this, but I don't think it will probably happen, or I don't think that it's really true. I wish that I had $1,000 in my wallet now, but I don't really think I do. It would be nice, I want it, but I don't think it's real. So when I use wish plus that plus subject plus verb, it means I want this, but I don't think it's real or probable. Oops, real, oops, not real. I don't think it's real or probable. I don't think it will probably happen. Oops, or probable. So, and you might remember when I'm using conditional sentences, which we were studying earlier in this chapter, I use the past to talk about the present as a signal. It's a signal to an English speaker, hey, I'm talking about my imagination. It's not really something that I think is probable or real. So here, when I use wish plus that plus subject plus verb, this verb will be, I use the same tense as if clauses in conditional sentences. So you might remember in an if clause in a conditional sentence, if it's an if clause about the present, if it's a conditional sentence and it's in my imagination. If it's about the present, I use the past. If it's about the past, I use had and past participle. You can go back and check that if you're forgetting. But I'll talk about this more in the next video. What I want you to learn from this video is this. I've got 3 different meanings of wish as a verb. This one is probable. Like, John wishes to leave the party. It's really possible. He may leave the party. It's very possible. This one is also possible. I could, everyone wished the bride and groom. Oh boy, I'm leaving out letters here. The bride and, everyone wished the bride and groom a long and happy life. This is also possible, right? It's very possible they will lead a long and happy life. So this is possible and this is possible. But when I use wish plus that plus subject and verb, the meaning is I want this, but I don't think it's real, or I don't think it's probable, okay? I don't think it's possible or probable. Okay, that's what I wanted you to learn here. Let me erase this. Let me give a couple more examples, and then we'll end this video, and then we'll talk a lot about this, number 3, in the next video. Okay, so let me write this again here. I use wish plus that plus subject plus verb. And again, the verb, let's just write this here, is the same as an imaginary if clause. Same tense as an imaginary if clause. So let me give you a few examples. I could say, oh, what am I doing right now? Well, I'm making a video for you. I'm very happy I'm making a video for you. Oh, actually, no. Let me do something different. I have been staying home for a long time, okay? I can't go out, okay? So I might say, oh, I wish, I want that let me see. I want to be able to go outside and meet people, but I can't. So I want that, but I know it's not possible. Or I want that, I don't think it's going to happen. It's not probable. So I could say, I wish that and I could say, were able to go outside now. Or actually, I can go outside. Let's say meet people now. Now when I meet people, it has to be on Zoom. So I wish that I were able to meet people now. Notice that the verb were is the same as an imaginary if clause. And again, this is something that I want, but I don't think it's real, or I don't think it's probable, or I don't think it's possible. How is that? Let me give you another example. Let's see. I might say, oh, let's do this. I wish that okay. So let's say I live pretty far away from Chabot. It takes me a long time to drive there. So it would be nice, I want this thing, that I would move closer to Chabot. But I don't. It's not real. So I could say, I wish that I lived close to Chabot. That would make it very easy for me to get to work. So here again I use wish, and that, and subject, and the verb. Notice same tense as an imaginary if clause. I wish that I lived close to Chabot. And then I'll use wish plus that plus something I think is not real or probable, or probable or possible. Okay? Or I might say, I wish that I had wings. Again, it's not real. Or I might say, let me think of another one. I look outside and it's raining, and I don't think it's going to stop. So I could say, I wish that it would stop raining. Now, I'm going to stop this video here, and then we'll talk much more about this in our next video when I explain chart 29. Okay? But remember 3 meanings of wish. When I use wish and to in simple form, it's old-fashioned. We don't use it very much, but it means the same as want. John wishes to, I could say, John wishes to, what does he wish to do? He wishes to give you a present. And it means John wants to give you a present. Or I can use wish and a person and a thing, and it means I hope this person gets this thing. So I could say, the example I used before, I wish you, a person, good luck on the final. I hope you have good luck. And I can use wish plus that plus subject and verb. This is a little more complicated because I say, oh, this is something that I think is not real or probable or possible. And to show that it's not real, probable, or possible, I use the same tense as in an imaginary if clause. Okay. I'll stop there, and I'll see you in the next video.